Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. So happy to have you here with me today. Welcome to new viewers. If you just found me here on YouTube, welcome. For returning viewers, it's great to have you back with me again. Happy New Year to everybody. Today's reading is a monthly reading, so it's an overview for the month of January 2019, our first monthly of the year. For the monthlies, I do a 10-card Celtic Cross spread. I also pulled 2 additional oracle cards. I'll be using the Crystal Visions Tarot deck by Jennifer Galasso for the main spread. If I need to clarify anything, I will use the Zillich Tarot. And then the 2 oracle cards are from the Sacred Traveler deck by Denise, Linn, and the Soulful Woman deck. All of the information about these decks can be found in the description box below this video, as well as information, if you would like a private reading with me, you can find the information below the video as well. Just a reminder, these are general readings that I put out on YouTube, so the messages may or may not resonate. I do also suggest that you watch not just your sun sign video, but also your moon and rising to get a more complete overview of the energy surrounding you. And again, if you would like something more specific, focusing on you, what's going on in your life, then you would need to get a private reading from me. I would encourage you to, as well, take a look at the 2019 overview videos. I posted those a few days ago, and they take a look at the year as a whole. So it's 1 card for each month of the year. I also pull kind of an overall energy for each quarter, and then there's 1 central theme for the overall theme of the year. So I've put the link also for these videos in the description box of this video. So if you're interested, go ahead and take a look at those as well. But, you know, I would just like to once again say thank you to each and every one of you for taking the time to watch my videos. It really does mean a lot to me. I do hope that you benefit from the readings. And I will stop and we'll see each of the signs in 1 second for your reading. Bye for now. Hi Cancer, hope you're doing well. I'm here to get into your January reading. I'll go ahead and lay the spread and then I'll show you your cards, and if we need to clarify anything, we will. All right, so the card at the bottom of the deck, the overall energy for the month of January, you have the 8 of Cups. And below it, you have the Ace of Cups. So I'm going to put both of those together here, I think. Okay. So starting off with the 8 of Cups, this is, you know, it's one of the 2 transition cards in the tarot, the 6 of Swords, 8 of Cups. Both of them have to do with leaving behind a situation or relationship, something that, you know, no longer serves you, in search of something better. And you can see here that the woman, she's leaving behind all of the cups that have, you know, spilled out here. So obviously at one point these cups were fulfilling. She, you know, she has tasted each of the cups, or, you know, they've at one point in her life they brought her happiness, but now it's like she's, you know, she's ready to move on. And even though you see how she's kind of holding on to this tree here, you know, and she's like kind of holding on. It's like, should I go? There's this, you know, a slight sense of regret at moving forward. She knows that she needs to move forward. She understands that, you know, this relationship, this situation, it no longer fulfills her. And, you know, even though the future is unknown, she hopes that where she's heading will bring her greater emotional fulfillment, will bring more happiness into her life. Even though she's, you know, she has no guarantee, she moves forward purposefully. You know, she moves forward trusting that things are going to be better for her. And with the Ace of Cups underneath it, you know, that's where she's headed. She's headed towards something that will bring her this, you know, ultimate happiness, whether this is a new relationship, a new job offer, you know, a new career path that is going to be more in line with what, you know, is really going to fulfill her at a soul level. So there's a walking away, there's a movement, right? Transitioning out of one situation into another. Now, at the center of your reading, you have Major Arcana number 5, the Hierophant, and he's crossed by the Two of Cups. So, for some of you, there could be marriage coming in, right? That could be a wedding. With the Hierophant, the Hierophant is, as the center of the spread, the Hierophant is a spiritual figure, right? He can be a spiritual counselor, someone that you go to for spiritual advice. He can be someone that you go to get married, right? So he can also be, or he also represents, like the large institutions, those types of institutions that follow rules and, have all the different protocols and ceremonies, like the government, like the court systems, like large educational institutions, like universities, right? So it's those types of large institutions, also religious institutions. So, you could be dealing with any one of these institutions. And what's helping or hindering it is this Two of Cups. Two of Cups can be a soulmate connection. This can be, it doesn't have to be romantic, right? Obviously it can be. But the soulmate connection can also be, a friendship, a partnership. It's a deep, harmonious relationship with another individual, right? And during our lifetimes, we can have many soulmates, right? They might come in as friends to help us during a particular stage in our life, or they can come in as work colleagues or business partners, or they can be, romantic partners. But the Suit of Cups deals with, we had it over here with the Eight of Cups, the Ace of Cups. And the Ace of Cups is about, sorry to jump around, but when we begin a relationship and we come in, or there's this new offering of love, in order to take it to the next level, to have this soulmate connection, right? You see that they're sharing, right? They're sharing the cups here. And so it's important that when we, if we are beginning a new relationship or coming to a new relationship, we bring our cup is full, right? We bring a full cup to the relationship, because if we're entering into the relationship with a cup with only a little bit in it, and the other person has a full cup, it's not equal. There's no balance. We're not on equal footing, right? One person is giving more than the other, right? The other person is taking more. And I'm not speaking, financially. I'm meaning sort of emotionally within the relationship. So there needs to be a balance, right? So this also has to do with working on ourselves, right? And having like our own cup being as full as it needs to be in order to enter into a new relationship, because we can't truly love another person until we are, at peace with ourselves and love ourselves. So self-love, self-care is also very important. That message came through with that card. So somebody needed to hear that maybe. At the foundation, so in the deep past, you had the Four of Swords. And in the recent past, you have the King of Wands. So, this energy here, most likely you've already been through this energy. This could have been around the end of last year, could have been, further back last year. But it's an energy of healing, the Four of Swords. For some of you, there could have been a surgery that you were healing from. For others, you might have taken time out to sort of heal, to work on yourself. And this is healing mentally, physically, emotionally. It's sort of putting everything on hold, putting projects on hold, retreating, and having some much needed and well-deserved rest, right, to recuperate. If we think of what comes before the Four of Swords, the Three of Swords, it's a challenging energy, right? It's an energy of heartbreak, of disappointment. And so, when the Four of Swords comes in, it's like, okay, we're going to relax, we're going to rest. We need this time to move before we can move on. So if this does have to do with a relationship, you might have spent, quite a while by yourself. Like you might have decided that you didn't want to date. You needed this time to recover from a difficult breakup or a difficult relationship. And then, with this King of Wands in the recent past, could be somebody that you met in the recent past. It could be, this soulmate connection for some of you. If so, this would typically be an older fire sign individual, male or female. Right, in these general readings, it's not gender specific, but an older fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. Could be a father, could be your father of your children, could be mother, right? If we look at it as sort of either father or mother, but it's an older energy. And as the king, this individual has really mastered his particular suit, and the suit of Wands deals with the day-to-day matters in life. It has to do with business ventures, creative projects and endeavors, our own creativity and passion and drive and determination for getting those things done. And this particular king, he's very charismatic. He's sort of a born leader. People are drawn to him. They look to him for guidance. He's a trailblazer. He has the crystal ball. He has vision, right? And he's not afraid to be the first to do something, right? So if there's a new business venture, he is there. He's the first one to get involved, and he's not afraid. He's very courageous. So this could have been, you taking on this energy in the recent past, just being very courageous in dealing with something. Could be getting back into a relationship, right? It could even be that. It doesn't necessarily have to be work related, right? It could be looking at this relationship. Now, crowning you have the Two of Wands, and in the near future, you have Major Arcana number 21, the World card. So this is more heading into, the last couple of weeks of the month. Two of Wands is a crossroads card. So it speaks of being at a crossroads, needing to make a decision, possibly needing to, go in a completely different direction than you have been. And this can often be, and you see that in this particular deck, the dragon is holding a globe in its tail. So there could be a decision to stay where you are, to move to a different location, even overseas, a different country than where you're living. We do have the World card as well. Can also speak of travel, international travel, moving to a new place, a new country. This relationship could be with somebody from a different country than you are from, or, they're from a different culture. The World card is also an ending. It is the last of the Major Arcana. So it speaks of a significant ending, a significant chapter in your life coming to conclusion. But, more than just the ending is the new beginning that comes in after it, right? The World is the culmination of the Fool's journey. The Fool begins his journey with the Zero card and goes through the Major Arcanas, has all the, the learning experiences to grow spiritually until finally reaching the World. So there's an ending here. But there's a rebirth, there's a renewal, there's a new beginning, a brand new cycle coming in here. So there could be ending a particular phase of your relationship. You could be going from dating to actually getting married or engaged. There could be, again, this move. Some of you could be, looking to move direction, to go to a completely different place. You appear as the Page of Cups, and surrounding you in your environment, or possibly how others are viewing you, you have Major Arcana number 13, Death. So with you appearing as the Page of Cups, obviously cups, water energy, so your energy, so this could just be you taking on the energy of this Page of Cups. It could be a younger water sign individual, so either Cancer, like yourself, or Pisces, or Scorpio. But I usually view, pages more as energy. Pages bring in news. They bring in offerings. This can be news about a brand new relationship. This can also be a healing. So a renewal, a healing of a relationship. But this page is very open, very loving, very kind-hearted, very receptive, which, I feel that it's, if you are getting back into dating or starting up this new relationship and you haven't dated for a while, and you've come out of this Four of Swords, it can be a little difficult to open yourself up to the other person, to, the idea even of being in a new relationship, of having somebody in your life again. So there is there could be a need here to be more open-minded, more open-hearted, more open to the other person. And again, this ending and new beginning coming in around you, right? It's similar to the World card, except for the death. It's, through death comes new life, comes this, renewal, rebirth. Death can also, it's also an ending. It can also be, the new beginning that comes in after this ending. For some of you, and obviously this is going to be more specific, there could have been, you could be, a widower and and you could have experienced the loss of your partner. And so, after healing emotionally from that, from the loss, you could be getting back into, or, even if it's not, that romantic, you could even just start going out with people again, and getting back out there. But it is, it gives way to change, this card. It can be changing a way of thinking even. It can be ending. This can be ending a habit, ending a way of thinking. But, it's really a card of change, of growth, of metamorphosis. So, I feel that this is more you undergoing this change and you transforming, becoming more open, opening yourself up here. Your hopes and fears, you have Major Arcana number 15, the Devil. And the outbound energy for the month, you have the Three of Wands. And it's interesting because you have here, crowning your reading, the Two of Wands. And by the time you get to the end of the month, you have the Three. So there's progression, okay? And with the Devil as your hopes and fears, you could be fearing getting back into a relationship. If in the past, if you've had relationships, or maybe you've experienced, a toxic relationship, one where, it wasn't a balanced relationship. It was one person, maybe you giving to the other person, and you're concerned about getting back into a relationship and having that same thing happening again, getting into another unhealthy relationship or situation. But it is only a fear, right? And, everything out, all of the other cards, they are very positive. So you don't need to fear. I think that the message coming through is to really open yourself and be open to these new things coming in, this new relationship, this new, possibly change of where you're living, this new path that you're heading down, because you end with this, this card of expansion. So you've made your decision. There is a decision. You focus on one path, you head down that path, and then by the end of the month, it's like you're there and you're waiting and you're saying, okay, I've put all of the hard work and effort into something. I've made my decision. When am I going to start seeing some return on investment? So when are things actually going to start happening? This can also be, usually it shows in the traditional tarot, it shows a man like on a cliff top and he's staring out to sea, waiting for his ships to come in. And so it can be a card of waiting. It can be a card of, again, of travel, something to do with international travel or opportunities at a distance. So for some of you, I'm getting that there is this opportunity at quite a distance from where you are, even, international, like an international move for you. For others, this threes in the tarot are expansive energies, have to do with growth, and especially this Three of Wands is endless opportunities. So, by the time you reach the end of the month, it's like there's been change. You've grown a lot. You've healed, and there are a lot of opportunities coming in by the end of January for you. So let's take a look. Your two oracle cards that came out. You have Valiant Courage take action with passion. And from the Soulful Woman deck, you have card number 11, the power of self-talk. When my self-talk is kinder, I am empowered in my capacity to pursue my dreams and believe in myself. So let me find the guidebook. Let's take a look first at this card number 11. And this one says, when I consciously practice self-talk that is kind, gentle, and compassionate, I am empowered. I notice when my self-talk puts me down, tells me I'm unworthy, or dismisses my hopes and feelings. My energy immediately drops, my mood follows, and I start to feel disempowered. When I consciously give life to an inner voice that encourages me, believes in me, and allows me to make mistakes, I start to relax and feel more hopeful. I feel more energized, and my confidence increases. My self-talk is a powerful tool in supporting and empowering me around my dreams, desires, and visions. Yes. And valiant courage. And this one says, this isn't the time to be timid or hold back. Gather your inner resources and go forward gallantly with your banner of truth waving in the wind. Throw your shoulders back and move forward fearlessly. Take risks. It's okay to feel afraid. Just don't let it stop you. Don't play safe. Opportunities will pass you by otherwise. Speak up for yourself. Honor your truth. You are a light bearer for others. Through your example, people find and act on their truth with courage and grace. The Sacred Traveler wants you to know. The Sacred Traveler sometimes experiences the unexpected on the road. Perhaps a bear appears, or someone with less than pure intentions emerges from the woods. Courage doesn't mean that you're not afraid. It means that in spite of fear and hesitation, you take action. Face your anxiety and go beyond the boundaries of limited perceptions of yourself. Any journey of the heart needs courage, and you are on such a journey. It takes bravery to go forward when you can't see around the next corner, but do it anyway. Do not allow yourself to be limited by the beliefs of others or even your own limiting beliefs. Go beyond boundaries of self-imposed barriers. Live passionately, valiantly, and courageously, which is exactly what I was saying with these cards, right? That's the overall energy for the month. Even though you can't see what lies ahead, what's around the corner, it could very well be, what your soul truly desires. This could be this beautiful relationship you've always wanted. It could be that job that you've always dreamed of, right? Whatever your holy grail is, whatever this Ace of Cups is for you, go after it, right? But fearlessly. And you'll be surprised how things tend to work out when we, do kind of let go and allow the universe to step in and push us forward, right? So I do hope that the messages have helped. I thank you for joining me today. I look forward to reading for you again, and just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful January and a wonderful 2019. Bye for now.